Our first 2014 inductee into the Missouri Press Association Newspaper Hall of Fame comes from the third generation of a prominent Northwest Missouri newspaper family. David R. Bradley Jr., chairman and CEO of News Press and Gazette Company and president of NPG Newspapers in St. Joseph, has been president and editor of the News Press and Gazette Company since April 1981.
So what's great about David is his Missouri charm. He's got deep roots in Missouri, but he tells it like he sees it and like it is.
He joins his late father, David R. Bradley Sr., a 2009 Missouri Newspaper Hall of Fame inductee. David was president of the Missouri Press Association in 2007 and president of the Northwest Missouri Press Association in 1983. He was recipient of the 2009 Merrill Chilcote Award given by the Northwest Missouri Press Association. Most of his career has been working in the newspaper industry, first with the Raleigh, North Carolina Times, the Omaha World Herald, the Associated Press in Jefferson City, and suburban weekly newspapers in Hawaii. He served on the Associated Press Board of Directors from 1984 to 1995, the third generation of his family with Associated Press Board service. He has served 6 years on the University of Missouri Board of Curators, including 1 year as chairman.
You never have to question where David stands on an issue. And I think that has made him an effective leader, and it makes him a very, very effective curator because you can understand his position. And sometimes it's different than yours, but understanding his position is very, very important as we have these conversations about our future.
A former chairman of the St. Joseph Area Chamber of Commerce and former president of the Albrecht Kemper Museum of Art in St. Joseph, he is a 1971 journalism graduate of Syracuse University. He's an all-around newspaper man, keeping a family tradition alive in Northwest Missouri. Congratulations to David R. Bradley Jr. from the Missouri Press Association. Our next inductee is a talented cartoonist who lampoons locals on a regular basis. Judy Dixon has served readers for more than 25 years as an editorial cartoonist for several Jefferson County newspapers.
She has a very wicked sense of humor that's very useful for an editorial cartoonist.
Her pen and her wit are sharp, and virtually every local politician has taken a turn in her artistic crosshairs.
When Judy does a portrait of someone, it's not like that's a generic guy in a cartoon. If anyone knows the person who she's drawing, they look at it and say, that's that guy.
A fine arts degree graduate from Washington University in 1949, she worked as an illustrator for Concordia Publishing in St. Louis. In 1977, she began working at the Festus Daily News Democrat. For the past 3 decades, through a single cartoon each week, she keeps a sharp eye on people in public positions.
That's the challenge that everybody in our line of work has who works in a smaller market. You live where you work. You see these people, you interact with them, and you have to have the courage, as she does, to tell the truth.
She also has rendered portraits to illustrate obituaries of prominent citizens. Judy's work for the Jefferson County Leader has been recognized consistently by her peers and has garnered Missouri Press Association awards, including first place for cartoons rendered in 2010, 2011, and 2012.
She is an outstanding artist. She's been doing it for 65 years.
One editor said, Judy Dixon represents the best of what community journalism aims to do. Fearless, unblinking work in a hometown setting to raise questions about issues that affect readers and residents.
I don't know what the editorial page would look without her, really.
Congratulations to Judy Dixon from the Missouri Press Association. Our next inductees turned a short stint in their family's business into a long-time rewarding career in the newspaper business. Don and Kathy Jennings thought they would help Kathy's parents, the late Earl and Willa Mae Jenkins, run their weekly newspaper for a few years. Instead, they spent more than 40 years serving Hermitage, publishing the Hermitage Index, a 4,000 circulation newspaper in a town of 400 residents. Don was the managing editor and co-publisher. Kathy was the bookkeeper and co-publisher.
Don is very unbiased with his writing, and Kathy kind of held everything together for Don. Kathy worked up front and did all of the bookkeeping and everything else that they needed to have done. And Don pretty much wrote. Don was amazing. Sat down with Don and he told me what he did, and he told me he did most of his writing on Monday night. So I watched him write one time, and I was just amazed that someone could write a whole newspaper in one evening.
Don, known for being fair and unbiased, was often involved politically in the Hermitage community.
The Jennings are an integral part of Hickory County and the Hermitage area. If anyone wants to run for office, they normally go talk to Don or Kathy.
He served as Republican Party chairman for Hickory County, while at the same time organizing the Hickory County Democrats meetings. He served as fire chief, and the Lions Club named him Man of the Year in 1975. His editorial column won first place in the National Newspaper Association's annual Better Newspaper Contest, the only time he ever entered.
They are truly hometown people. They are community journalism, what I would consider community journalism, involved in everything in the community. If you want something done, it's been said, go talk to Don and Kathy.
For Don and Kathy, the index reflected their belief in God, pride in their country, and love for their family, friends, and community. Congratulations to Don and Kathy Jennings from the Missouri Press Association. Our last inductees represent a partnership in a newspaper publishing journey that took flight on their college graduation day. Gary and Helen Cisnicki owned Missouri Weekly newspapers in Humansville, Seymour, and Vandalia, and published the Lebanon Daily Record during their 34-year career that also included newspaper jobs in Tennessee, Illinois, and Kansas.
One thing that I learned from them was that you could be a community cheerleader, a community booster, a person who wants to make a difference in the community and still keep intact your journalistic integrity.
Graduates of the University of Missouri School of Journalism in May 1973, they were married on their graduation day. Their many awards include the International Society of Weekly Newspaper Editors Lifetime Achievement Honor, the 2003 Eugene Servey Award. Gary's editorials won ISWNE Golden Quill Awards in 1998 and 2006. Gary and Helen received the National Newspaper Association's 1998 Community Development Award for their efforts to build a new Seymour library, and its 2007 President's Award for work on postal issues. Helen was the NNA's 2011 Emma C. McKinney Memorial Award winner. Gary was the 2004 President of the Missouri Press Association and the 2014 President of ISWNE.
I think induction into the Missouri Press Association Newspaper Hall of Fame is long overdue for Gary and Helen. I think they're the poster children for this award.
Helen was MPA state representative to NNA. Both served as presidents of the Ozark Press Association. The couple will be hosting the ISWNE annual convention next June at the Missouri School of Journalism in Columbia.
They never had children. I feel like the newspapers that they've owned have been their babies, and they've done a wonderful job raising them.
Simply stated, they have been committed to excellence at every stop in their community newspaper journey. Congratulations to Gary and Helen from the Missouri Press Association.